I'd like at this time to ask those who now serve or formerly served in an elected position in state government to please stand, and ask you to remain standing, and please hold your applause for a moment. But will those who have served at the state level and so forth, please stand. We have some here, over here. And now I would like to ask those who have served at town and city level in an elected position to please also stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we ought to recognize with a round of applause these people. Thank you very much, those of you who are standing, for the efforts that you've made. It's not an easy job you have. It's a difficult one, a lot of time and effort. And no matter whether we agree or we don't agree from time to time, the fact is that you've made enormous sacrifice, and we appreciate it. Before we move on to the brief but important segment that is our RISC business meeting, I want to bring you up to date on an important effort that was undertaken by RISC and by its partner, Operation Clean Government. An investigation was begun in the year 2010 into the millions in taxpayer dollars that were being spent by the under the 1993 Bristol County Water Supply Act. Led by RISC member Gary Morse of Barrington, it was discovered that there had been a history of poor financial record keeping, millions in questionable financial transactions, payment for items not covered under the Act, and in short, shocking evidence of mismanagement, employee pay and benefit packages which were the best in the state, and overtime policies which could be described as mind-boggling. To make a long and shocking story short, it was through the leadership of Gary Morse, a private citizen, giving his own time pro bono, that changes have been made to tighten oversight of the use of taxpayer funds, which should result in savings to the taxpayers of millions of dollars. The town councils of Barrington, Warren, and Bristol have yet to adopt the necessary changes to guarantee the projected savings, but we look forward to their doing so. I should mention that we're pleased to recognize, along with Gary, the work of Mr. Ken Burke of the Water Resources Board, who cooperated with Gary and was very helpful in bringing these facts to light. Gary has told me a few moments ago that there will be a meeting Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock in the Bristol Town Hall, where the three town councils will come together to discuss this issue. And so those of you who come from that area, it would be a wonderful thing for you to show up at that meeting, 7 o'clock Wednesday, to participate in that work. And I would like at this point to ask Gary if he would please stand and be recognized for this enormous contribution. Thank you, Gary. At every one of our meetings, there comes a point when we have to transact a little bit of internal business, and we're now at that point. And it's my pleasure at this time to introduce our General Counsel, Rob Senville, who will conduct that business session.